Good morning, Jai Shri Krishna to all. So, friends, we are back with today's webinar. Today we have our guest, Mr. Shailesh Shah, who will be sharing the views over cloud computing and how it can be used with the business. The real clock, which is stopped and it is back onto the track slowly. So, welcome Shailesh to KCBF webinar platform.
Thank you so much, sir.
Shailesh, am I audible?
So yes, yes,
Thank
yes.
you. Yeah. So, what are your views about the cloud? Just to share in a brief.
Yeah. So when we're talking about the cloud technologies, is nothing but it's a new business model rather than the new technologies, which attractive opportunities for the acquisitions and the management of the computing resources and the software platforms to expand their business.
Okay, right. That really sounds good. So, how did you virtually get into the cloud? Just your background.
Yeah. So I'm a IT professional and I'm having around 9 plus of experience into the IT industry. So moreover, I am completely into the technology stack. Uh, so majorly, I'm into the cloud technologies. So I'm much more familiar with the Microsoft Azure. It's one of the best technology, cloud technology, which provide you the complete solutions for your business. When you're talking about the infrastructure as a services or the platform as a services or the software as a services. So yeah, so it's provided various platform
Great,
where you can expand your business with your requirement.
great. It really sounds awesome. So, how did you cope up your COVID scenario?
Yeah, so now in terms of the COVID side, like, so when you're talking about the COVID, like, so in the initial stage when we are into the COVID situation, so none of the business is into the track. But the so by using this cloud technology, you can be anywhere and you can manipulate and maintain your business by using the different technologies and the different services which cloud
Okay,
provides.
great. That really sounds awesome. So, Shailesh, I will be starting up with today's webinar formally. So, Jai Shri Krishna to all. Being a member of KCBF is like having a whole team of salespeople working for you. KCBF is a platform of, for, and by Pradaitas who are spread across the globe. KCBF is a business and professional networking organization that allows only Pradaitas to join the organization. The sole purpose is to give its members more business, is based on the mission, connect, communicate, and conduct. It is to support each other to develop, initiate, provide services from our own community members. KCBF is only legally constituted organization working for Kadaitas on the business front, currently having 2000 plus members through digital platform and life members are 250, making the business of rupees 1.5 crore plus in the last 3 years. Kadaitas are joined through different WhatsApp groups such as Mumbai Group 1 and 2, Life Member Group CAs, Teachers, and Informative Groups. We have our own portal www.kalaitabusinessnetwork.com, yellow pages for Kalaitas. Members of KCBF have entrusted the organization in such a way that it's being launched across the globe in the form of chapters, generating more business amongst Kalaitas. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to our KCBF channel. Further, I would like to welcome Shailesh Shah for today's webinar. Before that, I would be glad to introduce our today's speaker. Shailesh Shah is having the 9+ years of experience in the IT industry. He had worked with many IT MNCs like TCS, Capgemini. Currently, he is associated with Larsen and Tourbo, normally what we know the company as L&T as a project lead. He is having a good exposure in various technology like Microsoft.NET, Angular, API, Ovin framework, database, cloud technology, Microsoft Azure, and whatnot. So, guys, we have on today's platform a techie guy. He will be sharing his technical knowledge on the KCBF platform. So, welcome, Shailesh.
Thank you so much. First of all, Jai Shri Krishna to all.
Shailesh,
Before I start with my sessions,
Shailesh, am I audible?
I would like to give my yes, yes, sir.
Shailesh,
Yeah, yeah. Hello,
hello.
I'm audible, correct?
1 second. There is some technical glitch. Let me check. Yeah. 1 second, Shailesh. I just need to finish up. Yeah, yeah. Please, please, please. I was just checking your audibility. So, friends, yeah, we would love viewers to share their queries. If any, yeah, yeah, please, please. We would love viewers to share their any queries in the chat box, or they can WhatsApp on 84250 Kindly like, share, and subscribe to our KCBF channel. So, Shailesh, screen is yours. Viewers are eagerly waiting for your expertise advice. Go ahead, Shailesh. Thank you. If you want to
Yeah,
share the screen, you can just click.
yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, so thank you so much. First of all, Jai Shri Krishna to all. So before I start with my session, I would like to give my thanks to KCPF team, and yeah, special thanks to Hardik sir for to
Shailesh, you
encouraging
can take
me
ahead.
and provided such a big platform to share my knowledge and thoughts. I hoping my session will help to get educate to students as well as the youngsters for to start up a new business
Please.
model using the cloud technology. Yeah, so let me share my screen. Let me know once my screen is visible.
Yeah, definitely.
My
Please.
screen is visible. Okay. Yeah. So my topic is why cloud computing is
Yes.
important for the small business. Okay. So today's outline is like the first of all we'll go with the why cloud computing is so important. Then then we'll go with the definition of the cloud computing, then characteristics of the cloud computing, cloud service model, types of cloud computing, and impact of cloud computing in the small business and the advantage of the cloud business information systems over the traditional one. So first of all, I'll I would like to go with the why cloud computing is so important. So dynamism of all business process and the huge amount of informations of a different natures are the main characteristics of the today's business environment. The re- they require the use of the information technologies as an integral and essential part of the management strategies of a company. One modern and alternative approach of to business management is to use the service based on the cloud computing. The movement of the business to the cloud empower the companies to achieve the significant economic benefit without investing in a building their own IT infrastructure. The purpose of the current work is to present the nature and the advantage of a different types of a cloud services. So, so main concept of the cloud technologies in terms of the for the in terms of the business. So the cloud company technologies allow companies to carry out their main functions in the new environment that provides a good basic for the starting and expanding the business without large investment. So now we go with the definition of the cloud computing. So what is cloud computing is all about? So cloud computing is basically it's a model that provides ubiquitous and the convenient access to the shared the computing resources that can be quickly delivered to large number of the users based on the request and activated with the minimal management efforts or assistance by the service providers. So cloud computing are seen more as a new business model rather than the new technology. Why it is business model? The reason behind it, it's a business model. So it's provide so based on their business requirement, it provides you the features where you can enable the features and you can use as per your requirement. So for that, it's not required you to invest a large amount of money by just so the way you use that much you need to pay. That is what the concept of the cloud computing. Cloud technologies allow companies to carry out their main functions in a new environment that provides a good basics for starting and expanding the business without large investment. There are opportunities for optimizations of a business process and reducing the time to adopt and adjust to the changing market conditions. So currently in the COVID situations, so everyone is working from home and so everyone is remotely connected. So we required some what you can say we required some platform where through which we can able to communicate, we can able to share our requirements. So cloud is the so one of the best solutions where you can share your knowledge as well as you can share your data over the network. So companies can create the flexible strategies for the development with the maximal usage of resource, minimal efforts for their maintenance and the effective implementation of the business activities. Now we go with the characteristics of the cloud computing. So what are the characteristics? The first is on-demand self-services. So now what is on-demand self-services? On-demand self-services is nothing but the user can declare and obtain the computing resource when they need them. Cloud computing creates the illusion of the infinite computing resource available on demand and eliminates the need to make the preliminary plans for their long-term supply. The second, the permanent network access. So like here when we everyone is working from home, so now this permanent network access is required. So computing resources are available anytime and anywhere over the network via standard mechanisms, so that these mechanisms allow and facilitates the access to service regardless of its devices, like through mobile phones, tablets, laptops, or any workstations and the platforms. Third one is pooling and sharing of resource. So now what is this pooling and sharing of resource? So cloud computing's resources are pooled and can serve the multiple users. They do not set aside between user in advance. Computing resources are distributed and assigned dynamically according to the consumer needs. So like here Users can computer resources are distributed. So here, so every resource are working from remotely, and dynamically we can assign the task to them, and according to that only they can consume their needs. Fourth one is elasticity, that is scalability. So what is elasticity? Depending on the current needs, user can dynamically change. So like the higher resource, the ability of scaling the rented infrastructures allows consumers to respond promptly to dynamically change the needs. So like here, scalability, like so like dynamically you can increase or decrease the higher resource. So that is the one of the best advantage of the cloud computing. Last is nothing but the pay per use. So payment of a cloud services depends on the consumptions. It's determined by the level of users activity. User pay for actual use resource. So like if you are using 100 Mbps, then you need to use 100 Mbps only. So no need to pay for 200 Mbps. So that is the one of the best advantage of the cloud computing, pay per use. So what are the service model for the cloud infrastructures? So cloud, so mainly there are three models in the cloud services. That is infrastructure as a services, platform as a services, and software as a services. So we go by one. So what is infrastructure as a services? So what is infrastructure as a services models? So infrastructure services model that allow users to rent computing resource. So like service, storage, network equipment. The provider of the infrastructure as services owns and maintains the equipment. User can install and use whatever software they needs, and they are responsible for managing the application and data. So here, so when you're talking about infrastructure as a services, so you need to buy a infrastructures. So like any hardware for that, just you need to subscribe the infrastructures. So so in terms of a cost, it's minimal in terms of the cost. So here you do not carry out your hardware. So even you not require any space to the place your hardware. It's not in your headache. Even you are not responsible to maintain that equipment. So provider is responsible to manage and maintain the infrastructures. Second is a platform as a services. So platform as a services is a model for providing a development environment for creating and launching the web and mobile applications. The components of the environments are pre-configured and maintained by the service providers. This is a significant advantage that grants software developers flexibility during the development process of applications and release them from the obligations to manage the environments. So platform as services is nothing but it's providing the environments where user can create their own environment uh, to launching the web and the mobile applications. Third is the software as a services. Software as a services is a model that allows users to use the different applications as hosted services. So rather than installing them on a local computer, software as a services offers a diverse range of the software applications. So one of the best example of the software as a services is Office 365. So Office 365 is where you need to just you need to subscribe the software, and you can use that software as a services. The another example, like if you create one hotel management software, so you are not required to to go to hotel and you can install over there. That is a traditional approach. Instead of that, you can host your applications into the cloud, and you are just giving them the subscription option. So based on the user ID password, they can access the your software. So it's one of the best advantage of the cloud computing is a software as a services. So now the types of the cloud computing. So basically there are three types of deployment models. The first is the public cloud, private cloud, and the hybrid clouds. Let's go with the public cloud first. The cloud infrastructure is available to a large group of users. So this is a public. Resource can be used by any registered users, and they are available over the internet, usually through web browsers. So here it's publicly allowed. So if you are registered with the cloud provider, you can able to access this. Second is the private cloud. So private cloud is nothing but the cloud infrastructure is intended for use by a private organizations or a group. It is not shared with other user and is accessible only through the private network, controlled and used by the organizations. The private cloud has higher level of security than the public cloud, and most businesses prefer to use its deployment model because it guarantees greater reliability and the security. So when you compare with the public cloud, so public cloud is publicly allowed. So whoever has registered there, they can access it. So in terms of security side, the private cloud is much more secure than the public cloud. So now every organizations mainly go with the private cloud. Third is the hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is nothing but it's a combination of your public cloud and the private cloud. Here, the cloud infrastructure is a big combination of the distinct cloud infrastructures. The hybrid model allows the deployment of the informations and the applications with the significant importance on a private clouds, while application with the lower security requirements and the wider access can deploy on the public cloud. So based on your availability of a softwares, you can up, you can deploy your applications either in the private cloud, either in the public clouds. So if it is accessible to the all over India, all over the world, you can make it as a public cloud. If it is accessible to your organization itself, then you can go with the private cloud. So impact of the cloud computing in a small business. So how it's applicable to the small business. So first is it's reduced the investment for the building of IT infrastructures and administrative costs for the IT person. Second, possibility of using the modern ICT. Third, scalability of the business, adaptations and the adjustments to the changing the market conditions, reduce the cost, accessibility, document sharing, and the collaborations. The first is the reduce the investment for building IT infrastructures and the administrative costs for IT persons. The cloud technologies eliminates the needs for significant capital investment. Companies do not have to purchase expensive equipments, that is server and the network equipments and the software licenses. They can start their own business by employing less computing resource and increase them only when their needs to grow. There is a transformation of the investments to operational expense, and thus eliminates the high barriers to entry in the business. Small and the business, medium business can afford to hire a resource and technology which cannot buy and start from the equal positions with the other competitors on the markets. Second is the possibility of using the modern ICT, which enables efficient management of a business process. Small business cannot afford to buy the latest version of the software and to pay the license, but by cloud technologies they have to be up to date to the applications, because here in the cloud computing, so everything, so like you can create your own virtual machines. So through the virtual machines, so virtual machines can have your required software. So for that you no need to buy a license for that, just you need to subscribe the first features which is available in the cloud computing. So this is the one of the best advantage of the cloud computing. Third, scalability of a business. How it is scalable for a business? From a business perspective, the cloud technologies allow companies not only to increase or decrease the computing capacity, but also to expand their business process and activities. The opportunities for the fast and the almost unlimited provisions of a cloud computing power and the software application supports the growth and the expansions of companies. So, so based on your need, you can increase and decrease the computing capacity. The next is reduce the cost. Company do not need to pay legacy license fees. Usually, prices are as per user per month, but sometimes there are annual plans with the discounts. So you need to check. So what are the things it's applicable to your business? So based on that, you can purchase or you can subscribe it. Next, accessibility. So it's accessible. So documents are accessible anywhere at any time from various devices, including mobile, laptops, or the tablets with the different operating systems and the browsers. S- The last, document sharing and the collaborations. The cloud office suites gives the opportunity for the document sharing, joint simultaneously in work on them with the options for tracking changes. All this possibility increase the office work productivity. So one of the best example is the Google app for work and the Microsoft Office 365. So Microsoft Office 365 includes the traditional office suites, components, and provides almost all features of the standard office. Office 365 provides tools for the collaborations and the data sharing in a real time. Documents are stored in the cloud and everyone has access to their latest version. These are options for tracking and changing the recovery older versions. The collaborations includes online meeting. So like it's provide the Microsoft Teams. So it's Microsoft Teams is one of the software through which uh, you can do online meetings, portal sharings, corporate videos, and you can chit chat with your colleagues. Second is Google Apps for work. So Google app is one of the example. It's office suite based on the cloud technologies that includes additional features specific to the business. Applications in the package can be grouped into the four categories like communications, collaborative, store, and the manage. This is the free 30 days trial period. There are different payment options with the opportunity for the flexible adding new user accounts, flexible plans. Google Apps for a work provides the opportunity for offline works. User can create and edit the content even when they are not connected to the internet and synchronize it later when they are online. So now the advantage of the cloud business information systems over the traditional ones. So now here I have highlighted the 2 points, that is how its advantage, what are the advantage of the cloud business information systems over the traditional ones. The first is the flexibility and efficiency. So there is a lower cost of using the services that can vary according to the consumptions based on the particular needs. Flexibility is in terms of the functionality. At any time, companies can choose to add new services or new modules or abandon the existence, or they can remove the existing module. So that's the flexibility. So while developing any software, if you need any software, you can add it, or else you can remove this existing software which is no longer in use. Second, improve the connectivity. So like how the cloud computing is improve the connectivity. The companies can quickly provide access to the systems or certain models to its partner in order to work collaboratively, that improves the cooperations and productivity. Third is data synchronizations. So here the data synchronizations with the different devices and the users, like you can synchronize your data using either by your mobile, by your tablets, or by a laptop or a desktop with the any user. It reduces the cost. It reduces the cost. So here, the cloud provides the pay per use functionality. So, so whatever you use, you have to pay this much amount of the amount. So you don't need to pay the whole amount. The companies do not need to pay the legacy license fees. Only he has to pay as per their use, either by a month or by a annual. So you need to choose the annual plans. So there are many discounts available in the portal. You can choose as per your requirement. Access to data. So like earlier we shown that it's so data is available on cloud. So if any users having the access to that specific portal, they can access from anywhere, either from the India or from the or all over the world, anywhere. The last one is the easily administration. So administrations and the renewal of the system is liability of the services provide that facilities IT departments in companies and enables their optimizations. Using cloud business information systems is accomplished by some problems. Cloud systems are not as a comprehensive and functional as the traditional solutions. These are the difficulties in adapting the cloud services to specific business, and it's a process. The integration with the already deployed applications which have to operate in the dynamic environment and complicated. So cloud systems are the good solution for the small and the medium companies. they are not so expensive options for the use of the modern business information systems. For companies that have already implemented the business systems, it's one of the good decisions is to integrate between the cloud and the traditional applications. Business can add new models with the new functionalities which are based on the cloud technology to existing traditional systems. The process of the upgrading the systems allow easy implementation and expansion of your functionality. So cloud is providing you to upgrade your existing systems, existing traditional systems to with your cloud environment. So it's also one of the best features of the cloud computing where you can upgrade your existing traditional systems. Yeah, so that much from my sides. Any questions to anyone?
Yeah, Shailesh?
Yeah.
Shailesh,
Yes, yes.
am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I can
There
hear
is
you.
one question from the viewer. How should a layman set up the cloud environment?
Okay. So,
Yeah. How the layman can set up a cloud environment?
okay, okay. Okay, let me share my screen. So here, my screen is visible. My screen is visible to you.
Yes, yes, yes. One second.
Okay. So
Yeah,
here,
perfect.
yeah, here on the portal, they have provided the complete guidance now how to set up your small business. From here, you can choose as per your requirement. So, like here, they have provided the best example of the 365. How you can choose the Office 365. What are the advantage? What are the safeguard of your data? How it is protect from your threats? How to secure your business data? How to set up a cloud setup? So here they have provided the all the steps. So you need to just follow the steps, and it's easy to set up your business. I'll share these links to everyone. Hello.
Yes, Shailesh. Yeah, tell me.
Any further questions?
Nothing, nothing, nothing. You can take ahead the session, please.
Hello.
Yes, you can take ahead the session. Yes, Shailesh, you can take ahead the session.
Okay.
Yes, you can take ahead the session.
Okay. So now, how the cloud technologies are important part of the business because they have a potential for the flexibility, speed, and the efficiency of all business process and activities. The transfer of the pieces in the cloud empowers companies to achieve the significant economics benefits without having to invest in the building their own IT infrastructures. The cloud computing should not be a regret only as a means of achieving the greater saving in terms of the hardware and the software. They are prerequisite for the building a strategy for a business development that transforms the overall activities of a companies and over time with the lead to more efficiency and the flexibility. Yeah, so that's all from my side.
Yes, Shailesh. Shailesh.
Yeah, I'm done from my end. Any further questions?
Okay, Shailesh. So it was really, yeah, perfect, perfect. Yeah, there are certain queries from the viewers. The one more query goes like this. Can you share any short-term courses related to the cloud?
Yeah, sure. So here on the Microsoft platform, so we have a number of courses. So this courses is beneficial for the students as well as the youngsters as well as the business uh, models to start up their how they can access the cloud computing and how the students can start learning in terms of the cloud environment. So yeah, so here there are a number of courses. This is Azure Fundamentals. This is the basic course. This course is basically help you to understand what are the cloud computings and
Okay.
how it's scalable to your business.
Can you, yeah, can you share the link so that we can share it the same to the viewers?
Sure.
Okay, that really sounds good. Can you share the link so that we can share the same to the viewers?
Yeah, sure.
So I think viewers can get the particular help to learn the courses from these links. That's really nice. One more query goes like this: how it would be beneficial for the startup business, cloud?
So here, yeah. So here, uh, the cloud computing is providing you. So for the startup, you no need to invest the amount. Here, just you need to subscribe. So you will get the infrastructure as a services, the platform as a services, and the software as a services. So here, no need to purchase your hardware, even no need to purchase any license for your software, even for the basic software like for Office 365. You just need to purchase, and it's available. You need to pay as per your usage. So either you can pay in a monthly or you can pay it in the annually with the greater discounts. So Microsoft providing you the greater discounts. when you purchase annually. So best like no need to purchase the hardware. It's not required to set up a and provide the space to your hardware. It's accessible to
Okay.
anywhere from anywhere. Either if you are working from home or you are working from office or from anywhere. So it's one of the best example, and
Okay.
yes, you can set up your business without investing amount.
That's really sound good. Can you share your details so that if anyone wants to get connected, they can really get connected with you?
Yeah, I'll put it into the chat.
Yeah, please.
I'm sharing my mobile number as well as my email ID. So
One more query from my side, that is a curiosity. Yes, please. What are the career opportunities in the cloud computing service?
yeah, so in terms of the career opportunity sites, like the cloud computing providing. So nowadays, so we have a artificial intelligence. So here you no need to pay the licenses. So either you can just subscribe the license, you can subscribe from the Microsoft portal, and you can use the artificial intelligence softwares, and you can develop your own app.
Okay. So you mean to say we can develop our own applications? We can go ahead with the huge career opportunities in cloud, right?
Your voice is breaking.
Yes, sir. Okay. So it was really a nice session, Shailesh. Going further towards the closer, you have really shared a great information about the cloud in a, yeah, yeah, I can understand. In a very amazing way. I, on the part of KCBF and our viewers, would thank wholeheartedly Shailesh Saha for sharing his views with us and taken time for his busy schedule. Next week, we will be glad to have Yash Shah to share his views on the topic of business resilience, career opportunities, and underwriting. Till then, friends, stay tuned with KCBF channel. Friends, you can view our previous webinar on our KCBF YouTube channel. Lastly, we urge our viewers to like, share, and subscribe our KCBF YouTube channel. See you next week with a new episode. Till then, friends, stay tuned.